Hi there, Virgo. All right, well, let's get started. So right off, you have the Seven of Cups and the Death card. So for me right now, it's like some pipe dream. It's like, you know how you can sort of, your fantasies, you can sort of have almost this, I don't know how to explain it, like this life, these fantasies. Um, and sometimes it can get a little out of control where it's like, okay, yes, that's great that you and George Clooney are together and everything's wonderful and you're rich and living in Italy, but um, you live in New Jersey and you have to go to work every day, and that's fine. That's what it is. But it's like almost like um, maybe you've been living a little bit in a dream world about something, and it's time to come down to reality and get out and get dating, get out in the real world, put yourself out there in some way. And I'm also getting like realize that you can have those fantasies can become real life. You just have to be open to the fact that you can find your dream person, your dream job right here. Like you don't have to, um, have what someone else's have to have an extremely rich, fulfilling life. And if you've been trying to figure out what to do, and you've just, again, this can be a creative energy. Like you have to be able to dream the novel before you write it, or picture something in your head before you paint it, or have the idea for the business to even start it. So this can be saying that you've really picked something, but I feel like you've gone from something very grandiose to really simplifying it, and that's going to make all the difference in the world. Sometimes it's the simple things, the simple products, the simple basic ideas that can translate into something very successful. And I can't think of one thing. Sliced bread. Like instead of people having to cut their own bread, you can slice it at the factory, right? Something like that. Keep it simple. Um, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's something that's going to happen in the month that's going to transform your life in some way, and I think it is along the lines of what I was just saying. Like instead, like no longer overthinking things or not being able to. It's like you weren't able to focus because it was almost like analysis paralysis. And you finally are just like, I'm picking one. You can see he picked the thing out of this cup. And he's like, okay, this is what I'm going with. I've made my decision. This is what I'm going with. And it transforms your life because you are in a tangible way, tangibly, I don't think that's a word, now working on something that was only a fantasy before. Like you make up your mind to start writing instead of like, oh, I would like to write a novel, but then it's so hard to get. You have to get an agent first, and I think it's called, and it's so hard to get an agent. And then what are the chances? And then what are the chances there it's actually going to be published, or that anyone, it's like that type of thing. It's like, how about you just start writing and actually have something and to even give to the publishers. And so you really, like, your brain is like, if I'm going to, like, life is short, I got to start doing stuff. I have to start asking people out. I have to start applying for jobs. I have to start doing the research, putting things down in paper, starting my website, starting my YouTube channel, start my Etsy thing, whatever it is. I have to actually um, do it. And for you, I think it's going to be, again, transformational because you had been holding yourself back in some way. Now down here, and you're going to have, and it's going to be profitable. Bringing things from your head and your heart into something that's tangible, will bring you tangible results. Down here, we got some pretty nice love stuff happening. We have the Ace of Cups. So this is a new emotional beginning. It's a love card. Someone's offering their heart to you. And then you have the Wish card. And then the King of Pentacles, which is a really grounded, solid, reliable person. You can afford, a nice house. You can afford, you can have all your bills paid. You're not stressing about money anymore. And I see that with both. You have the Six of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles. So his advice is slow and steady wins the race. So take your idea and then be really practical and methodical, I can't talk today, about implementing it. So write everything down, break it into steps, keep at it, work at it one step at a time, but keep going. Don't give up, and it will pay off. It'll bring results. Becoming this, like for some of you, I can see, and I always joke, like, be your Instagram feed. Like I follow like a lot of yoga stuff. I do yoga maybe once a week. I've been stepping that up. I've been working out more. It's like, start living the life that you admire in other people. And again, you can see, what do you admire? Well, I follow a lot of the musicians. I can't sing or play an instrument. I don't really want to. So that doesn't really work for that. But travel things, hiking, like, okay, you might not be able to afford to travel, but you can explore your own area. There's probably, we don't tend to do things like, ever had someone to come and visit, and all of a sudden you are like, what can we do with them? And you're like, oh, this is the first time I've ever been to my state capital, or this is the first time I've ever been to this thing. So you can start exploring. And I want to hike Everest. I don't. Someone might. Well, have you hiked all the mountains that are within a day drive of you? And so once you start doing that, you start feeling better. You start feeling more confident. There's this definite theme of confidence coming through this month, and it's our own doing. It's not that someone comes in and gives us a handout, although we may have assistance. It's that we transform how we are living, and we make our own wishes come true, because we're being doers and not just dreamers and talkers. And it's going to bring someone in. People are going to be drawn to that. They're going to be drawn to the fact that you're like, oh, I can't go out with the gang from work because I have a yoga class. It doesn't mean, but how about we go hiking this weekend? How about and somehow by stepping up your own game, you're going to meet someone that is what amounts to, your dream person. Now, for those of you who are already in a relationship, it's like a rebirth. It can often be the Judgment card, but there's this transformation in you is going to have very positive effect on your relationship. It will almost be like a renewal in your relationship, because you're also going to be more hands-on and practical with that, instead of sitting there and in your head thinking, oh, I wish my significant other would get it. I wish they would, you're going to take the reins and change how you interact and how you communicate, and that in and of itself is going to improve the relationship. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful month. Take care.